I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Heroes Wanted. Tonight, we rejoin the party as they find themselves deep within the labyrinth of the Minotaur, being pursued. They are both predator and prey as they try to hunt down the Minotaur and force it into a confrontation. But the Minotaur continues to hide in the twisting, turning, never-ending maze of his lair, and you guys are, forced to pursue him. So, I'm loading up the map right now, and then we will pick up with where we left off.
Did we find our dead guy?
You mean the mercenary?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
No, you have not found the mercenary, but I mean you're only part way in right now, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, he'd better be dead when I find him.
Or he will be.
No, I'm probably not going to murder him outright. I mean, I probably have the authority to do so, but it'd be a decision.
Oh man, my feet are killing me. Not as much as I will be.
Oh, God.
All right.
Going to slap you silly.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are making your way through the corridor once again, the Minotaur charges from out of the shadows into Soggy.
Is there a map?
Oh. No, not for you. You get no map.
Yes.
Like one guy with the soup said, no soup for you.
So that's the Minotaur?
That is the Minotaur.
I need some mayonnaise.
He's only minor.
Right.
Unbelievable. How did I miss?
You rolled a 3, chump.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, you are aware of my presence. Never mind. You're good.
Yes. Soggy is already aware.
Alright, now it's Newman's turn.
Yes, and I am going to clear ownership of Nova so that you can control her.
Yeah. Can you do it?
He's talking to you, Hazard.
Sure.
No, I wasn't.
The fuck if you weren't. I know for a fact you ain't asking me that shit.
Because I know I don't want to control it.
I believe you that you were asking in sincerity that Hazard controls. I don't believe you for 1 second that you forgot my policy of go fuck yourself when it comes to asking me to control PCs.
That was worth doing it just for the fucking reaction. Okay.
Yeah. Got that out of your system now?
No. But I have things to do. But Nova has a lot of HP. I'm gonna have Noman step forward and go. That Minotaur really is way the fuck over there. Well, guess I'll have to start hitting him.
How are you going to reach him?
I have a whip.
There's a wall. Oh, shit. There's a wall. I couldn't have attacked Soggy. I had to attack, what's her name?
Nova.
Well, you still rolled like complete garbage.
Yeah, I still suck. I get it. But, like,
Okay, so does that make my attack illegal?
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, you could attack if he was in Nova Square at disadvantage, but with the square he's in, there's just no way. I'd have to make you roll double disadvantage, take the worst of 3 rolls, and there ain't no such thing, so.
Yes. There's like very little I can do. What's the vert clearance on these walls?
To the ceiling.
I figured.
But roughly 12 feet.
Are they climbable?
The walls?
Yes.
I suppose there's enough crumblage in places to try.
Okay, cool. I would like to climb to the square above Nova.
Okay. Do you have a climb speed?
No.
Okay.
I just investigated the movement mechanics and learned that everyone can technically climb just at half speed.
Yes. Correct. So go ahead and roll for it.
Okay, you're calling for what's it called? An athletics check?
Athletics.
Okay.
All right. So the metal man takes his hands and they suddenly transform or flip out like a Swiss Army blade into like climbing picks, and he climbs up the wall and over into Nova Square.
Yay, and I will set myself right here, just so I don't eclipse Nova. And now, I'm gonna punch the Minotaur.
Okay, but because you're clinging onto the wall, you do not have full range of movement, and therefore must attack at disadvantage, the same as if you were squeezing into Nova Square.
I see. Well, at least I'm here without giving disadvantage to Nova. Maybe I can get him to go away.
Oh, he will.
Cool.
You weren't here last session, but Noman was, so you know that the Minotaur has been using strike and run tactics to charge you guys, and then his lair action is on the in between rounds. At the start of each round, he can hide as a free action if he's not right next to you.
So he's He's like teleporting.
Kind
Might
of.
feel that way.
It's not really teleporting, but yeah.
Yes, but it seems like teleporting.
Indeed. Oh, what? Noman is such a prowess athlete that he easily clings to the wall and strikes the Minotaur with his go-go gadget extendo arm.
All right. Roll maximum damage too.
That color is just so fucking badass. I love it.
All right. So the second attack fails.
He can't really reach it, so he's going to like he can't really hit the Minotaur with his.
You could at disadvantage. But that's canceled out because you have pack tactics, so you would have had advantage. Oh, but that's canceled out because you have disadvantage in bright light, which Noman, you do not have dark vision, right?
No.
So you have to have light cast on your shield.
I don't have a shield.
Or on your thunder gauntlet or on your visor or
Well,
on.
I mean, if it's dark in here, I'll just cast dark vision. I know the spell.
Oh, you know the spell dark vision? Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then your eyes begin to glow a soft light, and you now have dark vision, and so never mind. Soggy, you would just be at normal.
That was a roller coaster.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I felt personally offended by the fact that Warforged don't have dark vision natively, so I took the spell.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to stop beating up on my cow.
I mean, the cow is beating up on us.
Well, yeah, but that's allowed. This is like India. The cow is a sacred animal.
Too bad I'm not Indian.
Smuggy is Aboriginal, not Indian.
All right, so you blast him once with what looks like a length of seaweed that smacks him in his face.
Unfortunately, the second one doesn't hit.
Yeah, he dodges out of the way of the second one. But the seaweed like curves and bends around the corner. That's why I'm using that as a imagery, because it looks like seaweed floating in the water and it curves and bends around the corner.
Yeah, that's very neat.
Yeah. Seaweed is really fucking cool.
I hate it.
I mean, I don't like being touched by seaweed, but it's
Yeah.
nice imagery.
I used to swim across this lake, Lake Ellen. There was a campground on one side and a resort on the other, and we'd swim to the beach resort. But there was a bunch of really long seaweed in the middle that would touch us.
Gah. That's why I had an easier time scuba diving than I did actually swimming. So the suit prevents me from having weird body feels.
That makes sense. All right. So, did you claim Nova then, Hazard?
No, I thought Bad Dada did.
No, he was saying he doesn't want to. So, you can go ahead and control her.
I don't have control over her yet.
You just have to go to characters and claim her. Blooded.
So I think she's going to use her quarterstaff to say, no, bad.
Cool.
Actually, she specifically cannot attack a living creature per his instructions as to all of that. So your actions are limited to the casting of any of the non-damaging spells, or any of the healing, aid. So all of that. So
I think she's
probably
gonna
should just move back and cast aid on Noman.
Yeah, that sounds better.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So now, because the Minotaur is still engaged with you guys, he can't use his lair action to disappear. So he's just gonna attack Noman with his great axe.
Come on, miss.
Oh,
Ha!
oh, crap! I accidentally attacked Soggy too. I'm sorry.
Oops.
My bad, guys. All right, and then I move.
No fucking what? Ugh.
Okay, so Noman, you get an attack of opportunity. Man, stop trying to get the beef.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Noman is going to utter a single word that is, well, two words, I guess. Keep up, as Noman will, as a bonus action, cast Expeditious Retreat and take a dash along with their movement.
So go ahead and apply the expeditious retreat.
How do I do that?
Let me make sure that we have it.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. So yep, and then
Okay.
yep.
So Noman can now move 30 feet as a bonus action, which he can even do as a part of the casting of the spell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sprints directly up to the Minotaur.
Hey, get out of here.
Hell no. And then I attack him like the cow that he is.
Moo moo moo. Aha!
Second one misses.
Aha! My tough hide is too much for your weak little sword.
Did I shift when I wasn't looking? Why am I underneath him now?
Oh, because I'm squeezing into this hallway here.
Okay. Alright. Glad I'm not that fat.
Dude, I'm half bull. What do you want from me?
To not be that fat.
Look, I mean, I admit I've put on some poundage, but
Alright.
It's mostly muscle.
Nah, fair. Wait, where's the girl?
Oh, they left her back at the village.
Is that other guy looking after her? You know, the one that didn't turn into a ghoul and was also a player who suddenly left?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he is not. She is alone except for with the old lady.
Yeah. Man, it'd been useful to have my retainers around for that. Need to get back on and getting into better communication with them. Need to build a radio.
Soggy did leave with her with a sort of rope system so she can move around and survive.
Okay. Well, good enough. Oh, and thank you for joining us. This thing budge even further down?
I'm squeezing.
Stop doing that.
Don't forget to change your dice color, Soggy.
Damn. You move fast. I had to cast a spell to get this far. Can you just move like that?
Yeah, how'd you get up here and still cast?
Oh, sorry, just wasn't thinking. Undo that damage.
Yeah, I just did. All right, and I still can't hide.
Yes.
This is no bueno.
Yes. Unless you do something, I'm going to remove your gimmick.
Well, don't do that.
Sorry, I shouldn't squeak too much. Haha. Triumphant laugh, no squeaking.
Maniacal laugh.
I guess you could call it maniacal, if that's your fancy. It sounds a bit too villainous for me. Of course, who knows what Noman will be like in a week's time.
I run away.
The fuck?
You get an attack of opportunity.
I really wish I had the attach quality. I need to write that into the stuff I'm making. There has to be an element to get the attach quality. Because honestly, I hate how easy it is for baddies to just get away from me.
Oh,
Hey-o.
man. Cut that out.
Whoop whoop.
Oops, you didn't target him, so I have to apply that damage manually. Oh man, I hope I can add this up correctly. I'm just kidding, but still.
Why did I untarget him?
Because I disappeared him. Because now he's hiding around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I saw which way he went, I guess. But...
Yeah, exactly. You saw which way he went. So, once you can see him again, then you can see him again.
Alright, I guess I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First movement. Bonus dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He just rips. Dude moves fast.
Oh, and here you can see him again now.
I can? Where is he?
Well, kind of. He's up around the corner.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to let him disappear again, so I guess I'll use my action to dash and move up to him. And that's my turn.
And yeah, he's got 40 feet of movement, so, on
Yikes.
a full movement, that's 20 extra feet, Oh, there's no way you're making it that far.
So where would I be making it?
Hold on. Let me see. Your speed is 30. So,
He'd make it to the corner like just before then. I have no way to mark it. It's down the
right
other.
there. Yep.
Okay. The Minotaur has a cunning plan, but I shall prevail.
Right? It was a good plan, right?
Yeah, he's just gonna use the fact that we both move faster than the party to get me in a 1v1, and then I'll kill him.
Well, I'm gonna kill you.
As if. Did he seriously run around the corner on me again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep stabbing you.
Oh wait, yeah. Target him and Okay, you missed. Haha. Okay. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, right there. Oops, I tried to cheat. Apparently.
Alright, well, let's count these up. Let's see, snaps grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess 7. Second movement. Oop.
Okay, so as you chase behind him, roll for perception.
Okay.
We're gonna put you right here.
Oops.
Oh
Hey-oh.
man, you can hear his hooves clomping on the tile.
And I chase again. Man, these walls look pretty thin. And I spend my action to dash again. And that'll be my turn.
One v one me, bro.
Obviously. Did I see that wrong? Are you heading back in the opposite direction?
Hey, it's a maze.
I mean, that's fair. And just, wanted to make sure I was clear on things.
Soggy and Nova are just like, we don't know. This way.
Soggy is going to try and cut off the whole cut off the Minotaur.
Ah,
Quite a plan, if there ever was one.
go for the head.
Or maybe
All right.
maybe I will just die alone in this corridor. Who knows? You still on with this? All right, let me stab you.
Hard pass. Aha! Told you. Get out of here.
Damn. All right.
Go home.
Well, I mean, it'd be pretty hard to screw this up considering where he's going.
You don't know where I'm going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the first one.
Hey, wait for your turn. You don't know what I'm doing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the second one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I knew it. There was nowhere else he could be going. So
you don't
I
know.
bumble right up against him.
As you come in here, you see there are two huge golden statues of a Minotaur, and at his feet are two huge treasure chests. Well, I mean huge, not like huge, but
Big.
they're big. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There is going to be a whistle from Noman as they enter this room, but otherwise can't do anything.
Oh, is the tea ready?
Huh? I mean, I don't know.
Well, you're whistling.
You. Ah.
Hey, I just wanted to know. I like a little bit of cream and a lot of sugar.
Fine, you can
Yeah,
have that
Nova.
one.
Whoa, there's no way you're getting there, Soggy. Hold on. Let me count this out for you. There you go. All right. Last chance for romance.
What do you mean?
I move up here.
I. Okay. Yeah.
All right. And now I ready in action to charge you if you move towards me.
Okay.
So the Minotaur runs up the stairs, turns around, and like digs his hoofs in, like how the bull paws with his hoof before he charges, and lowers his horns, and you can tell that he's ready to charge you if you come up those stairs, and he's gonna come barreling down those stairs at full speed and try to give you the Stone Cold Steve Austin spear. Or no, that's Goldberg. The Goldberg spear. I don't know wrestling that well. I know The Rock.
Anyway.
And I smell what he's cooking.
I will brace up. Turning my shoulder towards him and wrapping my arm around my sword arm, presenting a solid spike towards him. And I'm gonna sprint forward and try and skewer him.
The two titans meet head on. Yep, perfect. You got it. You knew exactly what I wanted. So you guys both charge each other and attack simultaneously.
Alright, here we go. What? What happened?
I accidentally had you attacking yourself because, it's cool like that.
Okay. So I'm attacking the Minotaur now. Oh my god, we exchanged critical hits. Oh shit. Really roll 78 plus 6, 44 damage. 82 when multiplied. Oh my. Well, it's not going to be as glamorous, but I'll crit him back. I rolled maximum damage, 20 damage.
You heavily damage the Minotaur as your sword skewers right into his shoulder blade, sticking out painfully. He has to pull it out, and he screams in pain. He is still up on his feet, though, and you are crumpled. Your chest caved in. Your mechanics shutting down as you fall unconscious.
God damn, glad I started brainstorming a second character already.
Don't
Hey,
try and sell yourself short so soon.
I just took an 82 damage crit to the chin. I'm lucky that I was on full health. That would have outright killed me if I was at half health or something.
Oh, right?
Because let me think. Let's see. With my health and my DR and my bonus HP, that drove me down to around negative 30 hit points. A difference of a few good whacks that would have killed me. But no one's on the ground and dying, and no one else is here. This Minotaur could execute me if he likes.
Soggy sort of sensing something horrible has happened. He sort of is rushing tells Nova to say, "Hurry! Soggy does not like the aura of this place."
Yeah, Soggy is Russian.
So how far can we go?
Yeah, that seems about right. Up into this room here. Yeah. All right. The Minotaur drags Noman's crumpled body over into this room over here and throws you up on the table. And you succeed at your first death saving throw.
Woo! Tiny train horn.
All right, Suggy.
Is this as far as we can move for now? Soggy's going to yell.
Well, when you already move, I can't count, so I guess.
Soggy's going to yell, "Don't worry, Norman, we are coming!"
Actually, that is exactly how many squares you can move.
Magical.
Okay, and the Minotaur is going to leave your crumpled body on the table as he goes and prepares for more visitors. All right, so he sets up at the top of the stairs and Noman passes his second death save. Hey, you might just make it after all.
Yeah, apparently I'm tough as nails.
Maybe your father was a nail.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. I like how you're very serious about that. He was not.
God, with the inflection I used, you could imagine it sounded like an insult.
Right.
Soggy started knowing that the Minotaur is coming. He's going to try and be sneaky.
You gotta be sneaky, Charlie.
Is that Charlie the Uniform reference?
It is. I'm old as dirt.
I do not know Charlie.
I did not
Charlie
assume you would.
Charlie the Unicorn is like a YouTube web series that was on a thing like
Oh,
10
Charlie
years
the
ago.
Unicorn! I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
now.
A magical Leopleurodon.
I remember the banana episode.
You gotta stick a banana in your ear.
My favorite was the ocean one because I like the when the shrimp were wrapped.
And the shrimp love you.
uh,
Starfish love me. Well, go ahead, Bonono King. Roll your. Oh, you did roll your stealth. I see. Ooh, let me see. Let me see if I notice you. I bet you I do. I have pretty good wisdom. Did you know that? Oh, what? Do I have keen senses or like anything? Nope. Wah
he's
wah.
he's probably a little distracted with the rather sizable flesh wound I left him with.
Yeah. My shoulder is distracting me. I was hoping I had like keen scent or something that would give me advantage on perception checks, but no.
Like
Dude,
he's
I
going to
came
be,
up one short. I told you I got a good perception, +7.
like he's going to try to stealthily summon an aquatic elemental to distract the Minotaur.
Yep, so your army crawling along the floor, slithering like a snake. You're a snake. You're a slippery snake.
And I summon the
Wait,
element.
wait. You can't because you moved too far.
Alright, I'll wait then.
Yeah, because you had to use your standard action to move that extra move.
No, he isn't being. He's sort of like, Minotaur! I see you now.
And the Minotaur sees the cleric and wants to charge her, but he didn't have enough actions to ready an action, so he's just going to do it on his turn, which conveniently it is.
I can't use some Shield of Faith.
No, because you moved too far.
Uh, then where do I move if I.
Move back 2 squares. And then target yourself and cast Shield of Faith. You're not targeting yourself though, so. Now you are. Boom. I charge you. Oh, wait. Can I even make it? I can just make it. Unbelievable. Inconceivable. Now, I am not only by your ally, but I am also unaware of you. So you get double advantage, but then you'll also be flanking me, so that's triple advantage.
How would that work?
Uh, you roll 5 dice and take the best two. I'm just kidding. You just get advantage.
I I am alive. I failed not a single death save.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're still unconscious as your body is, struggling to support itself. But you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
So Soggy, you can either you know, attack him with a spell, or you can do whatever. So I forgot you're not actually flanking him if you attack him with a spell, but you still have movement. So you could do something like go hide behind one of the bulls, and then attack him and try to hide again, and remain hidden back there.
That would be good.
It could be.
I would still have advantage with the spell I cast, right?
Right.
So, do I place myself behind the statue?
Yeah, right, exactly. That's exactly where I thought you should go.
And I summon Elemental.
Okay.
And be summoned right behind the Minotaur.
All right. So let me see if I have a water elemental token here. I got an air elemental. That'll do. What size elemental are you summoning?
It's an elemental spirit.
Elemental spirit. Hold on. Let me take a look. Okay.
It has a multi attack and a slam.
Okay. So there's the elemental spirit. And it goes right after you, which is perfect. And now I just give it a token, which, as I said, I have a air token, but whatever, air, water. It's all the same thing.
I imagine my elemental spirit looks sort of like me, but a lot more watery and have coral for the horns.
All right, so you put them like there.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm gonna change his faction to you, and you just let me know what he do. So is that your turn?
That's Soggy's turn.
Yep. So go ahead and end your turn, and then it's the elemental spirit's turn. So now, what do you want him to do?
He's going to slam it.
Da 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 dun da da.
And it's going to be at advantage if I'm correct.
It should be.
How do I slam?
I'm getting it. How much does the damage do on the slam?
One d10 plus 4 plus the spell's level bludgeoning damage.
What's the level 3? Or 4?
It's 4.
4, okay. Okay, I apologize for that, but I think I have the kinks worked out and can now do this. Oh, Shiza.
That's gotta hurt.
Except for it should have been this. Haha. So it still would have hit because plus 4 is still 23, which still hits. But then the damage would have been even higher. All right, so there you go.
I imagine it just sort of bulges up and then boom, like a wave, slams into the Minotaur's back.
Yeah, it rolls forward from where you cast it and then slams into him like a wave, exactly. Oh, wait. What does Nova do? I didn't know you could end the turn.
Uh, I imagine you'll have to keep concentration on the Shield of Faith.
Uh, she does, but she can do anything except for cast another concentration spell.
I imagine she's sort of sending up a defensive position, trying to make sure the Minotaur doesn't get its horns tangled up.
Okay, so you take the dodge action. 1 second. Do 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 do. Hmm. Uh, I know that. Here we go. Okay, so now you can see that you have action dodge under cantrips there, and you can just target yourself, or actually, I don't even think you have to target yourself since it is self-affecting. Drop it right on you. Boom. There you go. Now it'll automatically apply the benefits of dodge for you.
Lovely.
Lovely indeed.
Now it is the Minotaur's turn.
Yes. I turn and strike at the water elemental.
Its armor class is going to be 11 plus the level of the spell.
Yep. Boom. Get out of here.
It has 50 health points.
How many?
50.
50.
Yes.
Let me double check that math.
In before it has more than that.
Hit points 50, indeed. See notes. Add 10 for each spell level above 4th. Well, that's not an issue. So, just 50.
Yep.
Okay, so 25 damage. So
So
he
your axe sort of cleaves it. It manages to damage it, but it's still standing.
Yes, indeed. He cleaves it in two, but the water elemental forms back together, though clearly still damaged.
Sort of wobbling like jelly.
Yes. And that's correct. It's jelly, because we don't want to infringe on Jello's brand. Noman is still out, but stable. Soggy.
He's gonna hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh man, you blast it, but you somehow still missed. But then your second one, like a wave of piranhas, encircles him and deals some damage.
And
He's
Sagi
he's
sort of
actually
runs over
really
to,
hurt.
and Sagi sort of runs over to the other one.
Yeah.
The water elemental is going to multi-attack it.
Yep. So 2 slams.
Two slams.
Oh wait, I forgot to roll at advantage, so I'm just gonna roll that one again, and then no 19, and then I'm gonna roll damage, and then I'm gonna roll this attack at advantage, and I still miss. But he is critically damaged as the water elemental channels all of his remaining force into making his fist huge, and it slams into him. The knuckles look like tiny little waves crashing as they slam his jaw like a MMA fighter. Nova.
I imagine she's going to cast seeing that the Minotaur is distracted, is going to cast. Can I cure wounds the elemental?
What happened to Nova's name?
No, you don't waste a spell on something that's going away.
Also, kind of looks like it's out of reach. Can you do that? I thought Cure Light was a touch spell.
Well, yeah, you definitely can't use Cure Light Wounds, but she does have Healing Word or whatever, but...
Yeah, but I accidentally put some Q's in between.
Yeah,
Since
you spell Nova with a QU.
she's still taking the dodge action.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. The Minotaur would like to leave now, but he's got to get through the water elemental. So he is going to recklessly attack it, gaining advantage on all melee weapon attack rolls. Critically wounding it.
So he's going to peer again.
Your second Eldritch Blast bounces off of his thick hide, but you deal even more damage and the Minotaur is wobbling.
And the elemental is wobbling as well. But it's going to multi-strike that Minotaur.
And now I'll remember to roll with advantage. And he still misses. Alright, so he slams him and the Minotaur almost drops to one knee and then finally does drop to one knee.
He was multi-attacking.
He did. I assure you he did.
Sort of says, Your quarrel is with me, Minotaur. She's going to try and provoke the Minotaur to focus on him, on her.
Yep, while also taking the dodge action.
Yep.
And the Minotaur attacks the water elemental again. Recklessly again. Advantage again. Oh my god, that would have been embarrassing if I would have missed. Alright, get out of here, water elemental. And I provoke an attack of opportunity from Nova, but again, she will not strike a living creature. So he goes here. Soggy.
He's going to summon a tentacle.
Alrighty. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Heck no.
In front or behind?
In front.
Okay.
I guess that bumps it to a 7 out of 10.
After doing that, Suggy is going to step away and try and find Noman stealthily.
Okay, roll for stealth. Oh, no, you can't move that far. You can only move there. Oh, no, right there. So you can see him on the table there. But don't forget to roll for stealth. Alrighty. Is that your turn?
That's Soggy's turn, but it's going to be Nova's soon enough.
Immediately afterwards. Oh, where are you going, Nova?
How far can she go?
Oh, she can go, but like, what is she gonna do? Like, she's not gonna attack him, so
She's going to try and like distract the Minotaur.
hell no.
What?
What are you gonna do? Oh, I suppose you can move there and then take the dodge action and try to like get in his way. Yeah, that's fair. Fair.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yep. No, that's good. You're good. I just, I got to be careful with his character when he's not here. I don't want to, get him killed, like if anybody, I just want to kill like Noman or Soggy or,
Yeah, I can kill my ass.
I don't want to kill Nova when he's not here.
Yeah.
So I just move past these tentacles and I am going to go stand on my magic healing thing here. And I regenerate hit points starting next round for standing on this thing. Noman is still no conscious.
Then how am I going to wake him up?
Hello, pretty Polly.
Can Nova get get her back to get Noman back to consciousness?
She can.
Buggy sort of moves the tentacle and is going to move it to attack the Minotaur.
Okay, but you need to be able to see it to do that. So you got to go back out. Like, here, hold on. There
Like
you go.
here?
There you go. Now you can see it and still have actions to, do whatever else you need to do. Okay, so you attack the Minotaur. Oh, but the tentacle mass misses.
And Buggy sort of moves over here and says, whispers to Nova and says, "Noman is in here."
I'm sure she says something in that thick accent about, oh, well, I must go over and heal him then, yes. Whatever shall we do without Norman? Blah, blah. Something like that.
Nova says, "Do not worry. I am here."
Well, I'm alive.
And I imagine this with the lights, his motor starts functioning once again.
Yes, indeed. That is exactly what happens.
No one's gonna pop up and go like, this doesn't look like Mechanicus. Ah, shit, I'm back with you guys.
That's funny. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, look at that. I heal 10 hit points. Your turn.
I am going to no mentally ask. Is that thing dead yet,
I'm afraid not.
or is it?
I believe it's in that room. And Soggy sort of peeks out and points upwards to up the stairs.
Noman is gonna slide off and walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out to this square and see, untarget him, target self. Going to use my other second level spell slot to cast a curative on me.
I'll save me.
Where are my second level spells? They're all gone. Oh, there they are. And then finally, as a bonus action, I refresh my temporary hit points. I've beat the shit out of a Minotaur.
Where's the beef?
Hmm. You know, it's at this time, again, I have to think on how it's sad that I'm playing a character who doesn't have, like, the ability to eat things, because, like, honestly, it seems like it'd be a great time for medium rare, dry aged Minotaur calf porterhouse steak with caramelized shallots, rare pancetta, and a Windigo Wild's wine saffron vinaigrette.
We still have the eyes intact.
Yes, I know.
So, Soggy, what do you do?
Soggy's going to command the tentacles to attack it once again.
Oh, the tentacles smack it. A golden glowing shield rises around it, but the tentacles still get through and damage it.
Soggy sort of peeking by, it says, "Is Minotaur shiny, man?"
Minotaur, Paladin of the Crypt.
he's going to cast a Shield of Faith on Noman, saying,
That's good.
let the light shield you.
Yes. May blessed Palor keep you safe in this dark place.
Right, yeah, I'll get to keeping you safe.
Moo. Me heal more. Also, I forget. I gotta have a way of attacking this tentacle mass, don't I? Let me check what that says. It lasts for 1 minute. It doesn't say anything about having an armor class. It just sticks around, huh? Well,
Mm-hmm.
but let me make sure that part of this. All right. So I think this is coded correctly. Put that on Soggy. Perfect. And oops, nope, that is not coded correctly. There we go. And drag that over to Soggy. And delete this erroneous one. Drop that down to 8 rounds, and we are good to go. So, you are now able to drag tentacle over onto you, and it'll automatically count down how long you can have it up for. However, the Minotaur cannot attack it and make it go away, so I'm just gonna stand here and keep regenning all day.
Noman is going to walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, it's about where my movement would anyway. And bend down and pick a sword up off the ground.
It's covered in Minotaur viscous fluid.
I spend, well, then does that take an action or an object interaction?
Picking it up is your object interaction, so it would take an action.
Okay.
But it's just covered in goo, like whatever.
Yeah. Alright, no one will flick their blade as they get ready to engage the Minotaur.
Oh, this is so sudden.
What?
Engagement?
Shut up. You know what I mean? Not that kind of engage.
I'm heartbroken.
No, you're not. Come on. We got things to do. Minotaurs to kill.
Soggy got distracted thinking he was gonna get to plan for a wedding.
Very funny.
Yes.
Is just helping topping off Nova is helping topping up Noman's health.
Well, I'm healthy. So it worked.
Round 22. The savage.
Adaracus.
Yes.
I say, Adaracus, you're betting 1,000 on these fucking long ass combats. You're trying to make that the theme of the game?
Yeah.
Is this the boss that was being talked about?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So, the Minotaur. This is a custom job here. Like, this isn't your average Minotaur. Like, you can look up the Minotaur. It doesn't hit like this.
I would have bet my life on that, to be honest, from the way it did 83 damage to me earlier.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna continue to stand on this and heal 10 hit points every round.
Okay, I'm gonna run over there and stab you.
I dare you to. Oh wait! Oh crap! No, never mind. What am I saying? I forgot that you appeared again. I'm so sorry.
Not a shame.
Normally I don't do this, but I have to.
Oh, okay.
No, well, normally like if I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, like that's what I do, But no, I charge you.
Okay, don't fucking crit again, or I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yes, you will lose like shit if I crit again.
Especially because I went through all this trouble to get back up to full health, and I got up to full health just to get crit again. I'm gonna be annoyed that it won't kill me.
And I am going to recklessly charge. Oh wait, that's melee weapon attacks. Never mind.
How is this not a melee weapon attack?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way this isn't a melee weapon attack. He's not charging me with a crossbow.
Oh, thank God I hit. I
Good
dropped
thing-
a 4. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah. Oh, I forced a system shock, but you managed to survive it.
Yeah, too bad. Now comes the part where I make you into fish bait.
Shark bait. Hoo ha ha. And actually, I'm going to take the attack of opportunity to move back up here.
You shitbug. Heh,
Ha!
5 damage. I'm gonna go rock you right in the squidgeelies. Noman's gonna slump forward with the letting the tip of their sword touch the ground and run forward, eliciting sparks so they can stab this thing. Roll like shit. Roll like shit. 2 7s.
Oh, yeah, you look so fancy, but it doesn't matter if you can't hit.
Ah.
That must hurt.
Oh, man. You hit it with your Eldritch Blast, and it looks like a swordfish, and the tip stabs right through his stomach and deals massive damage before disappearing.
The second one misses.
Aw. Well, that means that you got to be up there touching him, though, remember. Yeah.
Keep going.
Moo! Oh, shit. Noman. Fuck. Hold on.
What is it?
I have to do this.
What is it that you have to do?
Okay. Now, um, I want you to target me with an attack.
You want me to target you with an attack?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, like
Okay.
just roll an attack roll against me.
Fine. That's what you wish. I shall do this.
Haha, perfect. All right.
Is this auto disadvantage?
Yeah, auto advantage. Oh,
But I got disadvantage.
okay, yep, I see. There we go. All better. Um
Okay, there we go.
and you missed. That's funny. So I'm using reckless now until I'm healthy again, so you automatically get advantage on attacks against me. So I am going to great axe you. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna have to code that at some point, but for now. I attack you. No, 19. I heavily damage you as my great axe chops into your metal armor.
Let's pay him back in kind. Hey, I missed. Hey, I hit. 9. Just enough damage to not overtake his fucking regen. Ugh.
Soggy? Oh no! How many of those do you have left?
I have one more on the 3rd level.
Oh man. Yep. Is that your turn? Oh, what? No, I don't want to do that to you. I make you reckless. Alright, let's see if this works. Nope, still to you. Alright, well, I'll just do it this way. There we go. And I attack Noman.
As you do.
As I am wont to do, yes.
I imagine there's a disadvantage to this reckless attack.
It's
Yeah.
that I get advantage to hit him.
Hey, how come it didn't roll advantage?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna test this. Okay, good. Alright. Critically wounded, but once again, your system shock is on point. You know, for a guy who I just crushed his torso earlier, you're really healthy.
That's not really the statement I would make.
Well, what statement would you make?
The water that firms the egg softens the potato.
I'm not a cook, man. I'm just a minotaur. I just run around this labyrinth.
Wonderful. I'm gonna fix that. What? What are you laughing at, huh?
I'm gonna fix that.
Anyway, I refresh my temporary hit points as a swift action. Pump something chunky into me, because if I go down this next turn, I think we lose. You should probably just run away.
Nova's still got 2 spell slots left. And
Oh,
Soggy
yeah.
Soggy can blast him. You know, Soggy's gotta be good for at least one good blasting.
Yeah, we're losing this fight with all of us piling in on him because he out heals our damage.
Yeah.
This combination of great damage, good enough AC, and regen means that if no one falls down on this next turn, the rest of the party probably can't beat him.
Soggy's just got a hit.
Fair enough. Sagi gets in good licks. Maybe we do take this.
And don't forget you can be attacking with the tentacle every round too.
Excuse me.
The tentacle can be a bonus action?
The tentacle, you make a melee attack, a spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it. On a hit, it takes that. As a bonus action, on your turn, you can move the tentacle up to 30 feet and repeat the attack. But, you know, like, roll better.
Gonna use my last spell slot, and it's going to cast Lightning Bolt.
A crack of lightning strikes the Minotaur. A lot of it seems to bounce off of his thick flesh, but he does take 16 damage and appears to be very heavily wounded, so much so that he falls to one knee. Raising himself up with his great axe, he prepares to attack once again. Moo. And she's down to 1 second level spell slot now.
Third
Might be
level.
Nope, that's your last third level.
And might be able to take one more on the chin. Depends how the dice go. Got a high modifier.
All right. So I once again recklessly attack.
Don't crit.
As I am wont to do. Hey, don't tell me what to do. Aw, see, now look what you did.
Ah, yeah. We are back to beating up Minotaurs.
We are back in the business of kicking cows.
All right, time to put some steel to him. Ah, missed the second one.
Aha!
It seems like a statistical anomaly how I make effectively 4 rolls every turn, and I'm on average only hitting with 1.
Yeah. That's how good I am. I'm like I'm something like a phenomenon. I'm really shocked that nobody's tried to figure out like what's going on with this magic circle he's standing on and whether there's anything that can be done about it.
Well, Nova's certainly going to do something about it.
Look, Adaracus, you got yourself here a couple of hammers. Now we see your nails.
I get it. That nail keeps coming back out. Hit it harder! Faster!
Also, doesn't the tentacles damage increase
At
when
level
we
10.
What?
At level 10.
Got it.
Critical hit. Your Eldritch Blast takes the form of a great white shark that comes and bites the Minotaur hard on its leg, taking him down to one knee. Hey, how come that didn't roll at advantage? That's weird. Alright. And then... Oh, because you're not targeting. There you go.
And it says that I get an extra attack. Is that right?
Yeah. You get an extra standard action. But this didn't apply the 14 damage. Hold on. Yeah, so as I was saying, your Eldritch Blast takes the form of a great white shark, and it comes up and it bites the Minotaur on the leg, taking him down to the ground, and then your second blast is another shark that leaps up out of the ground and bites his head off and disappears, and now there is a severed Minotaur head on the ground.
Soggy sort of like breathing a sigh of relief and says, "Behold, one Minotaur head."
Alright, I'm gonna go search the Minotaur's autopsy room. If I don't find my adventurer, I'm gonna be pissed.
Alright.
And
So
Nova's going to try and examine the circle this Minotaur was in.
okay. So go ahead and go roll investigate.
I roll investigation. Alright.
Yes, sir.
And does
Here you go. An investigation roll.
All right, so you are searching the room, and what you find is recent adventuring gear, but you can't be sure that it was his.
Well, I'll know if it's his if I find my fat sack of gold.
Well, there is gold in here, but are you sure it's yours? Like, did you mark them?
If I find 400 gold, I don't care.
Yeah, you find more than 400 gold.
Alright, I'm going to take 400 gold out, add it back to my inventory, then take the rest and split that up.
Okay.
Soggy's going to. Soggy is examining the circle the Minotaur was in.
Okay. So roll for. Oh, you already did. So you can see that the two braziers on either side are magical flames, and when they're lit, the Minotaur can regenerate while standing on top of it.
Soggy sort of sniffs this and thinks that, and is going to try and go to Noman and talk about that.
Okay.
While all the while carrying the head. And Soggy says, Noman, Soggy found something very interesting about the Minotaur. The reason why he was healing so much is because of braziers.
I see.
So
Yeah.
up in the I'm sorry. Up in the top right you'll find the party sheet, and there's 3,000 gold there that you guys can split up however you want.
Cool.
Go
Where's
ahead.
the gold?
It's under the party sheet. It's next to the combat tracker on the upper right.
Uh,
I imagine 1,000 for each of us would work.
that would be about fair dibs. Fuck. Alright.
Soggy's also going to search the corpse of the Minotaurs.
All right. Roll for investigation. All right. You find his great axe.
Soggy sort of looks at it and turns to Noman and says, "Do you need great axe?"
I'm just gonna kind of look down at it and go, yeah, I think I do.
It's large.
I'm aware it's large. But this would look good on my wall back home.
Indeed, it will.
So
And-
I'm going to take this head and tie it off by the horns to my back. And I'm going to grab this axe and, well, guess I'll just start dragging it around. I don't have a cart to put it on yet.
Okay.
Before they leave, Soggy's going to examine. He's going to check out this room.
Yeah. So over in this room, you find a veritable library of spell books and scrolls and all kinds of magic. You don't know where it came from or who has compiled this, but the Minotaur seems to have left all of it intact.
So
Huh.
he's sort of fascinated by this and is going to try and search the room for anything that looks sort of like favorable to him.
Okay, roll for investigation. You find one little box that has a alligator skin covering, and inside the box is a tooth, and um, it's a gold like tooth cap, and when you put it on, suddenly your jaw strengthens and your teeth sharpen and grow, and you gain a alligator like bite attack.
I imagine Soggy sort of is just sort of excited and says, "Ooh, magic tooth, magic tooth!" and is sort of going to tie it alongside his fishing hook charm.
Yeah.
Imagine Soggy sort of tells the others about this room, and Nova's going to also investigate it.
Well, I guess if that's the case, might as well look around. Twelve. Alright, let's see if I can do any better. 20.
All right. So Nova manages to locate, after much digging, a small prayer book, not to Paylor, but to Obad High, god of nature. Noman, you find several interesting books that contain possible spells for your adding of to spellbook purposes. Um, but but also you find three potions. Well, you find multiples of some of them, but you find three potions that you know for sure what they are. You find potions of healing. Roll
Potion.
roll 2d6.
Roll 2d6. Okay, here you go.
You
8.
find 8 potions of healing.
Let me see.
That's a lot.
I.
And and then um you also find a potion of, hold on, a potion of fire resistance.
I see. Question: how much does a potion of healing weigh? How much does a potion weigh in general?
I believe it's 1 pound. I'm looking right now. Uh, the potion of fire resistance. Roll 1d4. You find 4 potions of fire resistance.
I see.
Okay, and so this says that a potion weighs half of a pound, and I am adding them to the sheet. 1 second.
You're adding what to the sheet?
The potions.
I. I mean, I'm already doing that.
But do you have the actual potions of healing? Because I do.
What do you mean actual?
I mean, it's an actual potion of healing. Look, boom.
Did you just do something?
Yeah, I added it to the party sheet.
Oh, you're doing it there. All right, whatever. Clear these.
And then I said potion of fire resistance. That is right here. Boom.
Hmm.
And you got 4 of those. 4 potions of fire resistance. And then finally, let's see. Let's go with a potion of gaseous form.
Oh no! What a baleful thing.
Oh, you don't like that?
It's just like, man, I never wanted to be made of farts.
You frickin' fart face.
All right, how many of them?
Just 1.
Let me see. Huh. I find it surprising you went ahead and did all this. Oh, well, whatever.
So now, you guys have the Minotaur's head. You've looted the magic storeroom here. Uh, there's a couple other rooms off to the side there that you could investigate, or you can get going back. You know, whatever you want to do.
One thing I have to do. Double check this. Check my notes. Not those. Where is it? Not there. I have this written down somewhere. Ooh, excuse me.
He's sort of,
Ooh, excuse me. Oh,
as
excuse me.
he's sort of admiring his new jawline, he sort of like looks to you and says, Soggy has never been more happy in his life.
Hmm. I suppose. Yeah. I cannot find what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. I have it here, here. Where am I? Ah, nope, I'm a moron. Okay, so that's revealed. Yeah. Guess I'll have to come back. I mean, there's so much swag here that's just gonna be left behind. Oh well.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But are you guys going to go investigate anything further, or?
Hmm. I guess we could investigate the other rooms, but man, that seems like a lot of work.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to.
Hmm. Like, how hard is it to get to this place?
It's arduous in the sense that it is through some, you know, pretty inaccessible mountains.
Hmm. Man. Ah. 'Cause like. Uh, Man, I just created such a convoluted problem for myself in my head.
What's that?
Well, namely, it's that like I could level up and like gain the recipe for a bag of holding, make it, come back. And then it also occurs to me, but like if I have my way, I won't be an artificer next week.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, you know.
That also makes this book kind of lame if I think about it, but yeah, I'd circle around to that.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you could share it with Soggy.
Well, the thing is like we can't physically move all this gold. There's got to be like several hundred pounds of it here.
right.
You know. Besides, I'm fresh out of burlap sacks. So
So,
like
Soggy could maybe try and create a burlap sack.
That still doesn't actually solve the real problem. That was kind of a joke. The main thing is like there's a lot of loot here to take. I just don't think we can carry all of it. I'd like to come back with some way of extracting it. The remote location means it probably won't all get pilfered while we're away, but like I think we need to leave, come back, clean this place out a little bit. It's just a meta issue for me because of like other factors. But like, and also, and a slightly more, I feel, valid concern. I don't want to spend too long poking around here because I don't want any decomposition to set into the head. I kind of need it fresh.
And we don't know how long a certain someone might last.
Yeah. I think we should pull on out of here, especially because of how much this fucking sucked. Go back to town, spend some time making the lady her eyeballs. We can wrap back here like, in a bit to pick over the place.
And Soggy is very concerned about the how about the ocean temple.
Yeah. So, how's this about it? We want to get out of here?
Soggy sir looks to her and says, "I can carry some Chinese."
Oh, do the best you can. There's piles of treasure right over here.
Soggy is going to try and gather as much gold as he can carry, along with Nova, and is going to try and carry it out of the temple.
Well, I'm sure that you do your best, but at the rate of 10 per pound, uh, you
Wait,
know,
gold is that heavy in this edition?
yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Um, at the rate of 10 per pound, you can only get, several hundred before you're full up.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Wait, let me double check that just to make sure. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 50 per pound.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's what it was in Pathfinder.
Yeah, so 50 per pound. So yeah, that means that, 20 pounds gets you 1,000 gold pieces. So there's 60 pounds worth of gold here.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Guess we'll just grab it and go.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But are you going to check the rest of the place? Also, you haven't checked the treasure chests underneath the bull statues.
Oh, that's like part of what I meant. Let's kick this open, see what's in there.
Oh, okay. So, go ahead and what do you do? The both of the bulls are like, standing over the treasure chests, and the treasure chests are sitting below them.
I walk over and open them. What do you mean? What do you do?
Okay. As soon as you touch it, roll a dexterity save.
All right.
Soggy's going to examine the statues themselves to see for
Wow.
anything.
The statue appears to either be gold plated or made of solid gold.
12.
Okay, you take 22 plus. You take 30 points of damage.
How much damage?
30.
What type?
Lightning.
Uh, well, Noman gets zapped and declares, well, that's a mid-range electrokinetic shock.
Soggy's going to examine for any traps amongst the treasure chests after seeing Noman shocked.
Well, with that, I'm gonna head home.
You're like, well, that was fun. So after getting shocked, do you open it?
No,
Why not?
I don't have any guarantee that won't fucking happen again.
Oh, I thought you were still touching it, and then
No, they just leave.
Oh no, like you like when you touched it, and then like it zapped you, but like if you're still touching it, like you notice like it released its burst and it's done.
Adorakis, I don't think I'm going to stand ramrod stiff while getting jolted by lightning. I probably jumped.
I don't know. Have you ever been jolted by lightning?
Yes, I jumped.
Okay, fair enough.
So Soggy sir notices this and is going to examine the treasure chest that just shocked Noman. What's inside?
So you go over and you look at it, and you touch it.
Soggy sort of is going to examine it first.
Yeah. It looks like a treasure chest.
No investigation check?
Well, you rolled your investigation there, and it appears like a treasure chest. You've already seen that it had a trap on it. You don't know if that trap is still active or not, because you're not a rogue. So,
Soggy's going to try and carefully open the chest.
all right. So go ahead and roll dexterity. Dexterity save. Oh, no. Roll a dexterity save. I don't know if you have a higher save modifier or not. Oh, you didn't, but that's okay. So you managed to make your save and take. Oh my god, 15 points of damage.
Wait, why did I take the sum of the two and he gets to take half? Oh wait, because he rolled.
I was like, really?
Soggy sort of
I had a brain fart.
shocked a bit, wheels his will and going to open the chest.
And inside, you find one humongous diamond worth at least 1,500 gold pieces.
Soggy sort of marvels at this diamond. He's like, "That is so shiny," and he sort of looks around and just grabs it with glee, and he says, "Soggy got the shiny, big shiny." He's just sort of parading it around.
It's like the size of your fist, so, it's like a softball in your hands.
Soggy is just sort of very cheerful and just holds the diamond and shows it to Noman.
Alright.
He sort of shows it to you.
No one's gonna look down at this diamond and go like, yeah, that looks like a blood diamond to me. Make sure nobody knows you have that.
Soggy knows that. Soggy puts it in his pack very tightly and just sort of smiles and looks and says, Soggy thinks that trap activated after after you touched it.
That's wonderful, but right now I don't have enough chutzpah for the scientific method. This place has riches hidden in it. We'll figure them out next time.
Soggy nods and says, "Yes, let us return to town and regain sight to Lady."
Yeah. Let's head to town.
Yes.
All right. So, you guys do indeed head back to the town where there is a 80% chance that Karen is okay.
So I'm gonna roll a percentile.
Karen is okay.
Good. Good. All right. Come
So
back to
Soggy
town.
sort of waves saying to Karen and says, "Good news! We have what we need."
I'm probably gonna, since we're back in town, I'm just gonna burn the rest of my first level slots to heal myself.
Okay.
All right. Now I have enough health HP to participate in an average bar fight.
There you go. Bar brawling is back on the menu.
All right. I'm gonna find myself a quiet spot, not hard in this town, to sit down and start working with all the ingredients I already have. Now, when I set about making these eyes, I'm gonna try and make two, but I'm gonna make an ersatz eye in two batches, one and then a second one. So if I fuck one up, I still want the option of having her sight in one eye.
Got it.
So, can I make two tinker checks then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. 21.
One successful
Wait,
eye.
wait. That's thieves' tools.
Yeah.
My
well,
tinkering bonus is one higher, to let you know.
Oh, well then, yeah.
So should I roll again?
Yes.
Okay. Heyo.
All right. So you make one of the eyes and you get it, correct. And then you make the second one and you're able to make it into a master work set of these eyes. So not only does she gain her vision back, but she also gains low light vision.
All right. With that, I'm gonna put these two little eyes in a box, and I'm gonna go find the lady.
Well, she's not hard to find because she doesn't stray far from her hut where she's got her little rope system that Sagi set up for her so that she can make it to the well and to the, waste bucket and all of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stride in and be like, "All right, Karen, sit down wherever you are. It's time to operate."
Operate? What do you mean?
We have
I'm going.
eyes.
I'm gonna give you your eyes back.
You have my eyes?
No, I don't have your eyes. Those are probably still in the cave floor somewhere. I have a new set of eyes.
Well, how do I know that they're, good eyes?
Soggy sort of
I think.
looks to Karen
I
and
think.
says, Norman is good craftsmanship. He makes good."
Noman makes a very animated gesture that Karen cannot see and says, "In a short order, you will find that the eyes will demonstrate their own quality to you."
I don't know if I trust you.
Soggy sort of puts
Hey, the Noman is gonna just say, "What a shame." And at that, they're going to kind of pop out the two eyes and roll them around in their hand.
What is that?
Your eyes. I'm going to grab Karen's head and pop them in one by one.
and Soggy's going to prepare his disguised self and look like a halfling with scaly gloves.
Karen grabs her face and is like, what did you, wait. And slowly her eyes, she can at first just see a blinding white light. And then slowly everything becomes a very, very blurry outline. And then slowly that comes into focus. And she's able to see better than she's ever been able to see before. And she looks at you and says, mirror.
Let's get her a mirror.
Soggy sort of searches around for a mirror.
There's a mirror like tucked away somewhere. It's just a polished bit of metal, mirror, but like it's a mirror nonetheless.
Yeah, silver mirror.
Yeah, silver mirror. And so you hold it up, and she looks, and she says, "Oh my God, my eyes were green."
No, look past and like, what do her magic eyes look like now?
Well, actually, you would have set them when you made them. Part of the ritual involves a regent that sets the color. But if you didn't specify that when you made the eyes, then they would be whatever color the eyes you used were, which was brown.
Oh, well, I didn't think about that. I wanted to make them a dazzling color. I certainly wouldn't have under any circumstances made them green, though.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to make them like purple or like
Gold, obviously.
oh, gold, okay, yeah, so like if they're gold, then she's like, oh my God, these eyes are extra.
Right.
I love it.
Glad you
Great.
know. It is they are very, very pretty.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah,
That's
I can tell that they're pretty.
No one's just gonna say, well, consider yourself lucky, since, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the best optometrist in the country.
You got my vote. You
All right,
are
so-
just awesome. I am going to totally tell everybody about you.
Please don't. All right. So, to get things handled in order of business, the next thing you wanted to do was go find the Duke, because you still think he's your friend.
Oh, he is going to love this.
I bet.
Soggy sort of like nods in his halfling disguise and says, hopefully he is happy. And sort of grimaces a bit.
Alright. Now, I don't normally sleep, but I'm gonna go stand somewhere and pretend I do for a bit.
I'm just gonna go be alone and quiet for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys all prepare to rest, but then also Karen like follows you and is telling you all about the Duke and the journey and how like you guys are going to have to rent a carriage because she's not going to walk that whole way. She's done way too much walking lately and she wants to be well rested when she sees the Duke because,
Alright, because where do I think the nearest town is from here?
you know for a fact that the nearest town is about a week and a half's travel in either direction. If you go down into the plains, there's a town at the base of the mountains, and if you go up into the mountains, you can eventually reach Castra, the home of the Duke and the rest of the nobility of Carpathia.
So, this no one is gonna have to let, go like, aside from the hag that lives here, I don't think there's another living person within a week's walk here. There are no carriages to rent between here and the Duke's place.
Oh, yeah, there totally are. God, it's right over there. And she points to uh, Crazy Carmine's carriage and carts, um, and there's like a whole building full of different carriages.
Yes, but are there horses to pull them? I thought everything alive in this town got eaten like 3 days ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, you might have to go get a horse, but
No one is going to gesture grandly, going like, "We are in the mountains. Where are any horses?"
I don't know. At the horse shop?
Well, whatever.
Look, just go down to the town at the bottom of the mountains and go get some horses and come back. And yeah,
That'll take close to. Wait! I just remembered a little mechanical detail that I forgot. Noman has a horse. He was riding one at the start of the campaign.
yes.
It's probably around here somewhere. The city got eaten by a ghoul.
No, it did not. And you probably would have ridden it to the Minotaurs labyrinth and ridden it back.
Yeah, given how it holds Noman, it's probably a heavy-set horse, too. It'd probably be fine to pull the carriage so long as there's just a spindly woman inside. Norman will walk, though.
Yeah, it's a heavy draft horse, like a Clydesdale.
I guess now, since I'm about to bring it up, I should probably give it a name. What should I name my horse?
Edward.
No, that's too... it's like a granddad horse name.
What was a sea biscuit or whatever?
The horse in that game, his name was Seabreeze.
Oh, sea breeze, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go with that. Let's call the horse Jackson. Anyway, so yeah, at that moment was something like, well, I guess Jackson can pull the cart.
Jackson lets out a.
Soggy sort of looks at the horses and says, "Nice horses."
The horse likes Soggy because he can understand him on a basic level, and so he reaches down and bites Soggy's cloak and like pulls him closer.
Yeah, and he allows this.
You know, I wonder if my horse likes me. They say that if you have a clockwork horse, you can't really form a bond with it, even though it's usually better than a normal horse. I wonder if my living horse feels that way about clockwork me.
Huh. You can ask Soggy to ask him.
I'm not going to do that. That is a question I don't need answered, since the answer will, in all likelihood, not be enriching to my life. I would rather live in blissful ignorance than know of my horse's actual opinions.
Yeah. Also, that's none of Soggy's damn business.
Soggy doesn't really understand it. Is what I should should be said.
Yeah. All right. So Nova says, "Come, friends, let us pray to the gods and thank them for our victory here."
Noman is going to kind of fumble that little like holy symbol of Ravna they keep in a pocket in their frame, and go like, I'll do my own praying over here.
Yes. Everyone must pray in their own way, but we all must venerate the gods. Oh, Holy Pelor, thank you for blessing us and allowing us to survive and give Karen back her sight. This was a good day, and through your light we have prospered.
I imagine we've brought the book as well. That the book about the nature god.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. And Soggy sort of trying to fit into this prayer session, just tries to do that, but he gets it wrong, of course.
You start speaking in tongues about the bunyip.
Hmm.
All right, so rested and ready to do whatever it is that you need to do. You guys hook Jackson up to the cart carriage and get Karen in the carriage, and you carry Karen with the carriage forward to the next community. And as you do so, um, who is on lookout?
What's that?
Who is on lookout?
Well, Noman.
All right, Noman, roll for perception.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, so you see that there is a storm coming in, and if you guys are out on the open mountain path in the storm, like it's not unheard of for there to be a rock slide that washes you away. So you guys can either try to pull over and find shelter and rest, or you can push on through the storm.
Well, that's something I don't want to risk, so let's shelter the storm.
Okay. So I'm just applying a long rest to everybody here. And now roll for survival to see what you can find.
Hmm. Pretty sure that's Soggy's thing.
It is.
Indeed, I would like to do that.
Please do.
What should I roll?
Survival.
Survival.
Not death.
Soggy. Soggy instantly dies.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I can do
I
that.
have to roll for survival. All
I
right.
can do that.
No, yeah, it's okay. Soggy says there we can shelter there, and he points to a spot that has an overhang, so no rocks can slide down and fall on you, and it protects you from the rain so that you're not getting soaking wet. And if you build a fire, it'll reflect off of the walls and keep you a little warmer.
Yeah, Yagi sort of does that. Sort of feels like he's sort of in his safe space. Sort of feels comfortable here.
Sometime as you guys are sheltering, roll for perception with advantage, Soggy, because you have keen scent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can smell uh, the scent of another animal here, um, but it's afraid.
Soggy sort of sniffs around to see what exactly is this frightened animal.
Looking around, you find that uh, this cave is housing a frightened and tiny baby owl bear.
Soggy sort of notices this and says, "Oh, Soggy thinks that his mother and father." Soggy sort of says as he looks at the owlbear cub.
The baby just says, hungry.
Soggy sort of looks around and says, "Maybe Soggy has something in." Soggy sort of checks his stuff for anything that he can feed the owlbear.
Yeah,
And he-
you look through your pack and you find you have some salted fish rations.
And Soggy sort of shares the salted fish rations with the owlbear cub.
It swallows it almost whole and says, more.
Soggy sort of says, all right. Do I have any more?"
Yeah, how many rations do you have? Oh, I see. You don't have your rations added right now. So we're going to give you your 10 rations. We're going to say that because of your proclivity for it, half of your rations are fish. So you have 4 more of the fish rations.
So I give some more of the fish rations.
It swallows another one and says, more.
I give another.
It swallows it and says, play.
Soggy sort of looks around and says, all right, and tries to use his conjure water to try and conjure up a friendly ball of water.
Okay, yeah, you conjure up a ball of water and it swats at it with its claws.
It sort of makes a boom as it is hit around, I imagine.
Yeah. Okay. And oh, go ahead.
And Soggy sort of says, do you like that?
Play.
Soggy and Soggy sort of like floats it in front of the owlbear and allows it to play.
Oh, hell. That's Nova.
Hey, Sage.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Great.
Soggy's currently playing with an owlbear cub.
Chatting with an out. Did you guys get the Minotaur?
Yes, we killed it.
Cool.
It killed Noman once and almost killed him again. I say killed. It zeroed him once.
Oh, knocked you out.
Yeah. It critically hit me for 86 damage or something like that. Noman was at full health, thankfully, so they didn't instantly die.
Don't worry. At a certain point, should we level up and get to that point, like I'll be able to like just dump like 150 HP into the party.
I think Adaraka said that was our boss encounter, so we got
Yep.
our level.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not exactly home. I just got into my car, saw you guys in the voice chat. When I get home, you guys are gonna be done. So, hope you guys had fun. I'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, bye, guys.
Yeah, I've been trying to make sure to know your character correctly.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys did. She's gentle and sensitive, and she doesn't fight. She doesn't like. She's not really a fan of combat.
Yeah. Actually, bringing a good point. Are we wrapping up soon?
Yes, we are. I was just going to allow you guys to, get anything, together that you wanted to do with this, and then we're going to begin next week with the arrival in Castra, and
He sort of sort of not wanting to leave the owlbear cub behind, sort of hides it and brings it with him.
Oh my God, you're not going to bring that animal into this carriage, are you?
He sort of looks to Karen and says, "But it is cute, isn't it?"
No, that is a dangerous wild animal.
Plus, Soggy does not know where parents are.
If we just took in every stray that we saw, we would run out of room.
Soggy sort of nods and says, "Believe me, Soggy knows what he is doing."
Besides, I think there's reason to take an owlbear. They're kind of a delicacy.
All right, so you guys do take the owl bear with you, and as you make your way, up the mountain, you see the capital city of Carpathia. This is a large mountain stronghold built right into the side of the mountain. There is a long, winding road that leads up to it, and all along it are watchtowers filled with archers. No army has ever successfully breached Kastra's gates because no army has ever survived the gauntlet of arrows and ballista that rain down on anyone foolish enough to approach Kastra's gates with hostile intentions. You guys make your way to the first checkpoint, and the guards want to know what you're doing and why you're here. But we will pick up with that next week on Heroes Wanted. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.
Gaming.